the type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, Sean Belizean, CCS in the house today. Country Club Sean, you clean up nice.
I hate it. Sorry, you want me to lie? I hate it. I want my hat. I want bad sweat shorts. I want a stained shirt. I'm out of my element, Neil. Help me out. This is helping cool me off, though. I'll tell you that.
There it is.
Mother of the Lord, is this stuff good?
But we are out here. We're at Edgewood Country Club as part of the Kiddigan golf outing. Very cool organization. Kiddigan Adventures are cost-free outings held year-round so families can set aside their worries and enjoy carefree time together. They provide never-thought-possible adventures for families raising children with life-threatening conditions. And there is a point, and look, like I know the point of all this is for everybody to come out, enjoy your buzzing products or whatever, but the moral of the story is organizations like this get funding to do the things that we just talked about, and it's very cool.
That's the coolest thing about events like this, Neil, because it's a great time, and you and I have, over the years, have been to many events like this, but it's like you have to remind yourself you're out here for a cool reason. It's a great time, and anytime you can bring together the world of having a good time with some of the boys and helping out great organizations like this, you're absolutely right. It's so cool, man.
No, absolutely. Woodward Sports chat thread, jump in to there. You can use the super chat like nobody did with the super chat. Sean, the hair looking dapper AF. Let's go. I didn't know you had hair care products.
You know, there's no hair care in this. What the?
He got some pond water.
You know what I did? I went in the backyard, and there's a river back there, and I went like that, and I said, we're good to go. Right? No, it's no. You know what's funny? I've worn hats for so many years, like people think that like I'm bald. Like honestly,
yeah.
It's just people think.
But
no.
you got very fine lettuce.
Yeah, you should see when it gets long. It gets all curly and stuff. It's crazy. So that's why I wear a hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy belated Mother's Day to everybody out there in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. Michael Weary, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. Tammy Chin, good morning, everyone. Mike G., congrats to Michigan softball. Back-to-back Big Ten tournament champions taking down Oregon and UCLA. Go Blue on to the big dance.
Shout out.
Props.
I was in Ann Arbor all weekend. May or may not have partied with the softball team. I didn't.
You didn't.
But I had a good time. It was fun. I went to the Garage Bar. That's a bar in Ann Arbor.
I liked your text. Spenny said I would have done very well back in my day at the Garage Bar.
Yeah, it's I didn't really go out too many times when I was in Ann Arbor visiting my sister and my brothers, but there's some nice bars, man. I went to the Garage Bar, killed the happy hour.
It's a good time.
Waitress was pretty hot, so yeah, it was pretty fun. I was just house sitting though.
But it was a good weekend,
Good weekend. Had a lot of fun. My brother lives – it's so funny. So, like, my doctor brother went on vacation, and he went to, like, Vegas to see the Grateful Dead. And me house-sitting for him was basically a vacation. Because I was just – he lives in, like, the forest. So I was just waking up, smoking a joint on the back porch every day. It was awesome.
I love the forest. There's something about, man, walking in the backyard and just back there. There's something to be said for it, man.
It's amazing.
No, but the weather is finally nice out here. Also, the Woodward Sports chat thread, we can almost see your faces. Hey, we're not going to apologize for sunlight, everybody. I'll be glad to sit here.
Are you complaining that you can't see our faces, too?
Yeah.
People want to see your hair, Sean?
You're a very handsome man, Sean.
You absolutely are. It was a good weekend, though. I hope everybody enjoyed the Mother's Day. I certainly did, although youth sports knows no holidays. So we were on that bit. But still, with all that being said, Sean, the Tigers dropped 2-3 to Texas. And just like that, it's over. It was a good run. Rest in peace, the Tiger season. That's it. We're done.
It's sad. It's over before it started.
Think of the good times, though.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that. Hey, listen, you know what? Like, honestly, I think Texas is better than their record indicates. And I think they showed that this past weekend.
Sean, like, when you piece it back together, this was my takeaway. when you piece it back together and you see, I don't know, Jacob deGrom have 10 strikeouts. You know, Pavetta was on one and was dealing yesterday. Javi 0 for his last 6. Apparently he's done now too.
Oh, boy.
Rip.
Apparently that's over now too. No, but seriously though, you were on this. You were on this on day one. You like Texas to do some things this year. And, Sean, when you put it all back together, like the people that are like, well, they lost 2 or 3. But, okay, Texas, look at the pitchers they threw. They're all right.
Yeah. It's so funny. I always laugh at a guy like Nate Eovaldi, right? A guy who's just been mad his whole career. But then about, 10 years in, all of a sudden something clicks. And, we've seen so many guys
Eovaldi's
that.
always had that, though.
But it's this, you know, and now you're seeing this. Like you're seeing good Eovaldi more often than not. And, Charlie Morton was another guy. Remember, just kind of a mad guy, and then all of a sudden, something clicks, they figure it out. That's a good ball club. I'm serious. I don't think the record indicates how good they are. So, it's okay. Everything's all right. Just get back on track and make sure you say hi to Alex Bregman. When Alex Bregman comes up to the plate, just make sure you let Alex Bregman know how you feel about him. Okay? Can you do that?
How do you think that's going to work out tonight?
He'll get booed. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be.
I don't think it'll be incessant.
It's not going to be like Philadelphia level, right, or New York level, or.
Most people at the games now probably don't even get it. When can we go on the party porch? When do they have that deal for the tall boys and things? I mean, let's face it. I mean, that's what happens, and I'm not complaining. It's a good thing. There's something different. It's electric when there are a ton of people in that ballpark. I don't care what anybody says. It just makes it better. But he'll get booed. I don't think it'll cascade down, though. I don't think incessant.
No, I don't think so either. It's just the money, man. Like, he wanted control over money. I think there's something kind of noble about it when you break it all down.
I agree with you. That's nothing wrong with that, man.
Dat Boy Roy, Texas won the World Series 2 years ago. Well, precisely.
You got it.
They're still a good team.
You got it.
They're
precisely
off to a bad start, but they're a good team.
That was my bounce back candidate, Neil. If you remember, I probably feared them. Not probably. I did fear them more than anybody else in the AL, and quite frankly, I still do. I think that's a good team, man. I do.
In the chat, Mike G, rest in peace, Jack Flaherty Cy Young run. Am I the only one?
Trade bait.
I am not concerned in the least about Jack Flaherty.
He is what he is. There's good, bad Jack. Right? Like good Jack, bad Jack. That's what it is. It's like my kid and I were talking about yesterday, Max Scherzer the early years. Remember? You saw and you were like, damn. And then he would get, honestly, if you look at Jack, it's good Jack, bad Jack. I think he is what he is. I don't want him as my top starter, but again, would I take him in part of my rotation? Absolutely, positively.
But like 8 months ago, he was the Game 1 World Series starter and was fine. Like, and here's the deal, too, and this is really geeky stuff. This is like if I'm talking with Sober Spencer about baseball.
Shout out.
Shout out Sober Spencer.
I know that guy. I haven't seen him in a while.
I know him. I've
good.
heard about him. Analytically, in terms of pitching, there is not much difference between Flaherty and Reese Olson. Numbers-wise, there was, but analytically, there wasn't, Sean. And any kind of regression, I think, with Reese Olson will be met by progression with Flaherty. I am not concerned about Flaherty in the least.
No, I'm not. And it's funny that you bring up the World Series because, I mean, that was an example of good Jack, bad Jack. And then in Game 5, Jack got lit up. And they got in a 5-0 hole, and the Dodgers had to come back and win and everything. I mean, that's just what Jack is. He's going to be okay. Water finds his level, and it usually turns out to be overall good numbers. He's just a guy, it seems like it's one or the other a lot.
Yeah, and like Jack Flaherty, Schmack Schmaherty, Tarek Skubal had one of the best pitching performances I've ever seen in my entire life.
Insane.
He was doing what he wanted.
It was 32 whiffs on 96 pitches. That doesn't happen. Like, one of every 3 pitches he threw resulted in a swing and a miss. It's just absolutely insane stuff. He was perfect through 5. He ended up with 12 strikeouts. The guy is the best pitcher in the world, and it's not even close.
And Spenny, as soon as you say that in the chat, And I knew it was going to come down to this. I knew it was. Nicholas Duncan, we need to pay Scooble now.
Absolutely, they do.
Shall we re-rack it, gentlemen? Shall we go to the break and re-rack it and get into it?
It sounds good.
Sean, why are you – no, this is what it's around town.
Listen.
This is the talk.
Okay, and Neil, how many times have we talked about this in the last year? This ownership could send a huge message. If they wanted to send a huge message, they could send a huge message. This is how serious we are. We're going to show you how serious. We want you to know we're working on it right now, ASAP today. Because I'm with Spenny. He's the best pitcher in baseball. I don't want to hear anybody else. I don't want to hear anybody else.
So good.
I don't want to hear anybody else.
He was throwing 100 miles an hour in the first inning.
I thought that they juiced the gun or something.
Yeah.
Because I was mowing the. Here's a story for you. But right before we cut to the break, I mowed the lawn on Friday night and was thinking, all right, I'll get it done. You know, I started around 6:30, wrap it up about 8:30. I'll get it done. I'll roll in the house. I'll watch the end of the game. Game was over. It was still light out.
Yeah.
Wasn't that beautiful?
It was kind of beautiful. Hey, Spenny, you need to send a message right now.
Yeah, I need to tell you guys about what is keeping us going here, and that is all of the quality products at Loom, including that Buzzin' drink. Sean's got one. Chase has got one. I might pop one up here in a little bit. They've got a ton of new different flavors. What was it? Raspberry lemonade. The Buzzin' drinks are the best way to go. You can get 30% off your entire order. You can order a whole crate of these things from Loom. Use promo code WSN30, and you'll get 30% off your entire order. Make sure you guys check it out. It's Buzzin' from Loom. What else do you need?
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belizean. We have Spencer Raxter. We have Chase in the Chase Lounge as well. We're out at Edgewood Country Club for the A Kid Again golf outing. They help provide never-thought-possible adventures for families raising children with life-threatening conditions. A Kid Again adventure are cost-free outings held year-round so families can set aside their worries and enjoy carefree time together. So really one of the good ones that are out there, and a big props to all the sponsors, Wicked Awesome Wishes, and the whole crew out there for that. All right, Sean, in the chat, a couple of things. I said about Nicholas Duncan, which is where we're going to get to now. We need to pay Scooble. Mark in the chat. Casey Mize still only gone 2 weeks. I'll back this up before we get into the Scooble thing. That's how I feel.
I'm not too worried about that.
Right there. See, people want to ask me, Spenny, if you want to ask me, who are you more concerned about? Are you more concerned about Flaherty or Mize? I'm going to answer Mize because it's always something. And I'm not saying it's season ending. I'm not saying it's career threatening. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying it's always something. And here's where I get, and I want to talk to Doc about this tomorrow. It was good timing on that because I'm going to ask Dr. Pierce about this tomorrow. The ancillary stuff that happens after, and you no longer have arm injuries in baseball. There are arm events now. That's what I was told. But when you start having muscle issues off the arm incident, I'm just saying, I'm not predicting it's over. Everybody calm down for a second. I'm more concerned about Mize than I am about Flaherty. Real talk.
Do you know why I put my leg out and stretch it? Because I'm stretching my hamstring right now. And I'll tell you why. If anybody's ever gone through it, that's my concern. My heart breaks for the guy. Like, I'm serious because I said it about a month ago. Like, honestly, I thought nothing. Nothing. It was never going to happen. He was going to be another example of a wasted pick, et cetera, et cetera. To watch him come in and contribute so well.
He was dominating.
Was awesome. It was good. I mean, it was good as a fan, and it was good for a guy that genuinely seems like a good dude, too. Man, when I heard hamstring, Neil, honest to God, that was the first thing that popped into my head.
And
it was, because that can linger, and it doesn't take much to make it pop again, and all that. It's like, let's hope.
And I'm going to be hopeful, positive, Spenny. You know, I've been trying to be a more positive person recently. I've been trying to better myself. I'm doing a lot of self-help. I think that.
Are you? No, that's not self-medicating. You're talking about self-help or self-medicating?
A little bit of both. You know, self-care, self-help, self-medication. It all fits together with the self-help. But it's the same hamstring that he obviously injured last year that kept him out for a couple months. I like to think that this is more precautionary than it is like, oh, he injured himself again. It's like, okay, you had some good starts. You're doing good. Maybe it tightened up a little bit.
And we're not saying that.
Yeah, maybe it tightened up a little bit. We'll give you 2 starts, miss them, and then get back out there. That's what I like to think it is. I don't think it's going to be anything debilitating. Hopefully. Obviously, I have absolutely nothing to back that as fact or even source, but that's what I'm going with.
No, and again, like, I'm not doing the flagship stuff. I'm not doing the hope and fear. You tell me to tell you what I think. This is what I think. This is the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a mild concern. Much more of a concern to me than Jack Flaherty getting things figured out.
You got it. I think there's a difference between a fear and a concern.
Yeah.
And I think there's a history there. There's a lot of other things, and you're absolutely right. I'm no doctor, but I know my fair share of injury, and that's that, man, you blow the knee, and then all of a sudden the hamstring screws up, and all of a sudden this screws up, and the shin splints just come roaring in. There's so many things that go. That's from a mechanic standpoint, Neil. That's what I'm concerned about. How's that?
Concerned. Dante, 151 in the chat. Neil, Sean, can the NFL stop trying to stuff the Cowboys down our throat? I cannot wait for the Eagles to body bag the Cowgirls. Oops, Cowboys. We're going to get to that coming up because some of the Lions games are coming to light right now, so we kind of get an idea of what the schedule is Wednesday night. Sean, I have to, when we get to the NFL schedule stuff, I have to bow to you once again. Your wisdom, your experience. You've tried to prepare me for this. I thought for a second it wasn't going to be this way, but make no mistake. Wednesday night will be the biggest sports news. The biggest sports news since the draft, since the Super Bowl.
Right. They win. That. Sorry. They
See, I need to
somebody should use that as a tag somewhere. Yeah. Like they win. Look what they've created. So they were on national television this morning, and it was a big deal that they were dropping who the first game of the year is. And
you already knew. You already knew. You knew. You knew it was going to be the Eagles.
But they got George Pickens now, so it's.
And let's be honest. Let's be honest. To Dante's, you kind of knew in the back of your head it was going to be the Cowboys. You hoped it wasn't going to be. You thought to yourself, "Yeah, the Lions."
See, I didn't, and that's where I need to come clean.
In the back of my head, it was going to be the Cowboys. Come on, that's just the way it is. But this is an absolute made-up holiday by the National Football League, and they let out all their little leagues, and people talk about it for 2-3 days in a row until Wednesday, the main event hits.
No.
And you're releasing a schedule. And that's how big the National Football League is. It's insane.
Over under on how much time we spend on the schedule on Wednesday. Or Thursday.
3 segments.
Sky high.
Over under 45 and a half minutes.
I might just come in and sit with you guys so I can talk about it. Hey, Darren, scooch over. No, seriously. I mean, that's what we do, though. I mean, that's
two whole hours.
It might be. I'm not going to argue with that.
Coming up.
Yeah, so game by game.
What's going to be the most important game of the season?
Yeah.
Where the bye week is.
The make or break game. We have to get dramatic.
Your most underrated game.
Yes.
Your most overrated game. Your schedule game by game predictions. First half of the season, 2 segments. Second half of the season, the other 2
Sounds
segments.
like we might have to go over a half hour. Yeah.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm not going to argue with Stick. You could legitimately get away with doing it for 2 hours.
Absolutely.
You know it. I mean,
You're,
there's no
you're
doubt in
in.
my mind.
You're in on Friday, right?
I'm in on Friday. Yeah.
We will have an entire scheduled nickel package show.
Yeah.
Can we do it?
There's no way I'll do it
We'll do
like
6
legit. There's no way I'll do it legit.
6
No
different
way.
nickel packages, all of
All
them.
of the NFL schedule?
But look, don't tell me they don't know what they're doing.
They know what
Here, look what we're in Detroit. We have a first place team, a legitimate shot at doing something this year, and people are all wrapped up in the NFL. And it's a schedule. When we were kids, you get it in the paper the next day. You look at it and go, okay, that's cool. And then you turn to something else. But this is where we're at right now. The NFL's nuts.
Times are changing,
You
old
guys
man.
have to spend 2 hours on it because you know Maz will be talking hockey.
Oh.
Down 27%, Maz.
Hey, shout out to Florida, though. Let's go, dude. Get out of here, Toronto.
They're laying on them.
Oh, they
That's
are.
what's happening.
They are.
Just-
They were getting mad last night, too. Did you see that cheap shot Domi took? at the
Yeah.
end?
They're laying on them.
They're gonna break it.
You're watching Toronto, and every Leaf fan out there knows it. You're watching your worst fear in real time.
Oh, yeah.
What
They're
about
going to
the-
break in the next game. It's going to be beautiful. They're going to lose 4-0.
Tev Sauce, too. Schedule releases of Valentine's Day of the NFL. We talk about how dumb a holiday is, but you know what? I'm buying $20 chocolates. I'll be there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's sweet. It's sweetest day.
It's sweetest day.
It
yeah.
really is.
Oh, my gosh. That was elite. That was absolutely elite, Tev Sauce, because it is, and we're going to do it. And look, I want to talk Scooble and paying Scooble and contract. And I knew it when I brought up that text. I knew exactly what was going to happen. It rolls
Well,
away.
let's get it out of their way right now.
Let's
okay?
do it then. Sean, come on.
There's speculation. There's speculation that it's going to be the Steelers on Thanksgiving. That was an early leak.
That would be cool.
And then a leak that I saw this morning was the Chicago Bears Week 18 at Chicago.
Okay.
And then Spenny and I were talking. The latest rumor is the Lions start at home against an NFC North team.
Yes, that is the latest rumor. And for my bet, if that was true, it's got to be Bears, right? You got to do Bears.
Bookends the season with the Bears, huh?
Yeah.
Week 1 in Detroit, Week 18 at Soldier Field. See, look at your face. You know
No,
your face
I
is
don't
screaming
want. No,
to me
I don't
right
want to
now?
do. I don't want to
know,
do this.
But you want to do it.
no, I don't.
Your mouth keeps
No,
telling
I don't.
me no, but your little heart keeps telling
You know
me
who I
yes.
blame for this right now? The Cowboys. The Cowboys did this to us
100%
this morning.
No doubt.
The Dallas Cowboys
National
did.
television.
The franchise that hasn't been relevant going on 30 years. They haven't been good in the high definition TV era. They haven't. They haven't been a factor. None of it. And Twitter breaks down because they're going to be playing the Eagles Week 1 Thursday Night Football. And look, part of it is there disappointment because I did want the Lions to play the Eagles. I did. Not even for the Eagles thing. I just wanted them to get an extra 4 days of rest.
Just to get it out of the way,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. You know, like I wanted that to happen then.
See, I'm convinced you knew, though. Like, honestly, I think deep down inside you knew that.
No,
this
I
was
did,
gonna
and that's the problem.
Is this going to be the most viewed game of the year?
Which
Are
one?
we doing that?
Eagles, Cowboys.
Are
week
we
one?
doing that already? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, boy, we're really going down the rabbit
I
hole.
mean, how
aren't we?
starved people are for
Well,
the NFL.
isn't-
It's going to be insane.
Was
It's
it
gonna
wasn't
be
Week
a
1 the most
draw.
viewed game last year?
I think so, yeah.
Like probably
It's yes.
Yes. Because you got the vein open.
It's, yeah.
And
You got the little piece of rubber tied up on your arm, man. Like you couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Jerry knows what he's doing,
He
talking
does.
up the Cowboys just enough too.
And they got George Pickens now.
Yeah, here
They're
we
all
are.
in. Super Bowl contenders. Dak's
So,
coming back. Ready
Can you
to go.
explain?
How
Can
are
you
you going to
explain the
celebrate? Do you
Cowboys
want to
thing?
come over my house? What, you
No,
can
I
come
no,
over-
I want an explanation. I want an explanation. The Cowboys thing.
They're America's team, Neil. What do you mean?
That's when it
How about
started.
them Cowboys?
Based on
started,
what?
Listen,
Nothing.
it started in the late 70s.
on
No,
Fallacy.
I know.
Okay, but
3 decades.
they bought
An era.
A guy bought that team and knew exactly what he was doing. Like, you could say what you want about Jerry Jones. He knew exactly what the man is a businessman. He is a showman. He is making a bleep load of money off of a team, as you said, Neil, that hasn't been legitimately legitimate since 1995. Like, that's like, and part of that is guys like you and I sitting in our house in an early December day going, hey, man, it's the back bowl tonight. because we want to mock,
Yeah.
Jerry Jones and
Yes.
the Cowboys. We know how it's going to end, much like we were talking about with the Maple Leafs. You know how it's going to end, but it's the joy of watching it
The
go
process.
down that road. It really is.
And you've got Dak Prescott and Campbell's chunky noodle soup too. Like, what else do you need? All the stars are aligning.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Art Vandelay. We talked about the new uniforms for 2 days last season. Like we
did.
were on the Project Runway.
We did. Absolutely, we did.
Dude, chat people are on their
You
game
guys are on
today.
fire today.
Chat people are on their game today. Jordan and Erica. So if they refuse to pay Scooble, what's stopping them from putting him out every 2 to 3 games in the playoffs since they won't care about the longevity of his arm? Jordan and Erica, we're going to get to that. We're going to take the break, and we're going to get to it.
Pitch him every game.
It's that damn NFL.
Yeah.
Damn.
They always get you.
It's what they do.
Even when you don't think they're coming, they're going to be there.
In May.
Yeah.
Here they are.
They say Cowboys.
Like, honestly, is there any
With the Cowboys,
With
and
the
they're doing it.
Cowboys.
is there any human in the room that watches the Today Show?
No.
You don't watch the Today Show, and yet there it was on the Today Show and became literal breaking news. Like literally alerts, and you go to Yahoo and Eagles Cowboys game 1. It's like, is this real?
It is. It's a juggernaut, dude. It's truly a
And
juggernaut.
by the way, did we mention it's 4 months away?
4 months away.
Not 4 weeks. Listen to me, not 4 weeks.
But
4 months away.
Sean, you know that rookie camp has started, so the NFL season is here.
It's here. It's
Listen,
done.
my pants aren't down yet, but they're starting. It's starting. It's starting.
Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario in the chat. I hate both these teams.
I hate both these teams, too.
I'll be locked TF in, though.
To both these Bears.
Just push all those chips in. You know you're all in.
Yeah.
You know it.
They're the worst. But the NFL is back, dude. It's really, like, I'm feeling it already. The sun's out, but the NFL's back. Cowboys, Eagles, week 1.
The sun's out.
The sun's out. all is right in the world. The sun's out. We're at a country club. The NFL is back.
There is nothing that makes me think of the NFL than that sun
The
coming
sun
up
coming out.
in May.
August
right?
workouts,
Oh,
you know?
let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Stark, both these teams and both the fan bases. I know, Jack.
Eagles
I know.
You're in.
I honestly,
You're in.
I respect Philly's fan base a little bit more now, but the Cowboys fans I can never respect.
No.
Because, like, at least Philly's got 2 Super Bowls in the past 10 years.
Well, at least they've been relevant in the era of high-definition television.
That is also a very low bar, yes. And you got to at least cross that bar.
Can we do this? Do you want to do the schedule thing,
What do
or do
you
you want,
think?
or
What
do
do
you
you-
want to
what
do
do
the Scooble thing?
What do you
School, we got,
What do you?
it's like a virus
The
infecting
world-
the
Benny,
show.
can you
The
drop? Can you
world's-
drop a chat poll?
the
Do
I'll
you
world's-
guys?
the chat poll.
Do you
yeah.
guys want NFL schedule? Or do you want Tarek Scooble
The
contract
world's
man.
best
situation?
pitcher or speculating about a schedule. Schedule it is. You all know it.
Chat-
Let's just do it.
Okay, Spenny's going to put it in the chat poll right now. We're going to take the break, and through the break, it's choose your own adventure time for the audience here. You guys say what you want, and that's what we'll do. So,
Can I get another one?
what? Another NFL schedule update? Oh no.
We're going to talk NFL schedule.
Okay, Spenny's going to put that up in the chat poll. Then we're going to take the break. Now look at the NFL schedule, all caps. Freddie Felt 313, all caps schedule.
Crown them. Just put the crown on their head. It's the NFL. We're talking about royalty, man. That's the way it is.
Spenny, do the break.
All right, let me tell you guys about Mad Packs. Shout out Mad Packs and the Mad Packs Minute with Spencer Axter, presented by High Low Pre-Rolls. They are the best in the game. They got the Blizzard Packs, THCA Moon Rocks, and who can forget the Boom Shakalaka pre-rolls. Make sure you check out Mad Packs. They are in stores now. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports for the latest updates. It's Mad Packs. Mad High, Mad Flavor, Mad Packs.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won.
David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
All right, we're back at it here live at Edgewood Country Club as part of a Kid Again golf outing. Neil Rule, Sean Belizian in for DMAC. We have Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. Stick is out here, Kool-Aid's out here, and we're doing it. Golfers are out there on the course right now, but we're just – yes, Sean.
So who would you like to see most in week 1?
Woodward Sports chat thread, Stephen Baffey. The cheapest single ticket for the Lions Hall of Fame preseason game is $129.
Oh my! You can get one of those priority seats at Comerica for $129.
You guys, I said this a few weeks ago.
Wow.
If you haven't been down there, go. If you have an opportunity, even if you want to pay the steep $129,
go to the induction ceremony. And here's the other thing too,
awesome.
like just hang out in Canton. You never know who will walk in the door anywhere you are.
When you're walking into, I think it's Benson Stadium now, okay? But when you're walking into Benson Stadium, I kid you not, Neil, this is a true story. I'm walking, hey, Lawrence Taylor, how are you? Like, I'm not joking.
That's so sweet.
That happened to us too, man. Tony Dorsett, chilling.
Yeah. Oh, TD. Boy, was he something? Pretty damn good player.
Yes, he was. All right. Woodward Sports chat thread. You can use the super chat to skip the line. Double G21. Give Scooble a blank check because you'd rather him throw that 99-mile-per-hour slider for you or at you.
I
like him throwing it for the Tigers.
Am I the only one that's like he's gonna be? He's gonna be in pinstripes.
Nope. I feel the exact same way.
Oh,
yep.
Well, too bad. We'll have to talk about that later because 55% of the people want to talk about possibly the NFL schedule rumors. All right, chat, go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Sean, you wanted
right,
this. Here
so
you are.
Let me repeat my
go
question,
ahead.
okay?
Yes.
Like, if the leaks are true and the Lions host Week 1 NFC North opponent,
okay,
is there one that do you want to get? Do you want to get the he whose name I dare not mention out of the way? Do you want to pinch cheeks? Do you want to kick Jordan Love? Which one would Neil Rule want most? See here, I thought you were being sincere.
No, it's got to be the Bears, right? Like, there's the most sex appeal to it. It's the most fun.
The bookend?
Biggest draw for sure.
The bookend, if Week 18 is true, start with the Bears, end with the Bears?
Yeah, and I saw people in here, too. Here's what Paper Chungus, football talk is for August. No, it's what the people want, Paper Chungus.
People just voted for
I'm gonna push the Scooble stuff back. Probably to the second hour because we'll probably talk about this for 45 minutes because of this guy right here. But whatever. All right, Sean, I'll play your silly little game. You want to know because I see people, and earlier in the chat there was a message about that where they said Chicago in January and they gave like the vomit emoji. Here's what I noticed too, and I heard this on the flagship. I've heard this on other shows here at Woodward. Has this fear from the Lions playing outside? Well, the Lions have all these games outdoors this year. They only had 2 last year. What in the Lions' DNA, what in the Lions' body of work suggests that they're not effective / don't want to play well outdoors?
You know, when I realized it last year, that again, I hate to keep saying this, it's different. The results are different. I don't hate to keep saying it, but I'm just tired of people thinking and comparing this group to Lions teams of the past. Neil, do you remember how they embraced? Remember all the talk before the game in Green Bay was how miserable it was going to be. Oh, raining all day, and the Packers are used to it, and Jordan Love. And Dan Campbell came out and basically said, man, I love this. This is what we play for. This is what – isn't this what every guy wants? And then we went out there, and we looked like the team that played in those elements, man.
Do you think Penei Sewell gives an ish about if it's raining?
No, sir.
Or if it's cold or – if it's windy? Do you think he cares in the least?
No. You see what's happening right now in real time, and everybody can see it. The NFL's getting you right now.
No, you did this to me.
No, you should have seen the passion in your face.
There was,
I saw
yeah, you could hear it.
Yeah, the NFL.
Well, it was
you have that NFL gleam in your eyes.
It was our first.
Neil's back.
No,
you're wearing the hat. He's wearing the hat.
Neil's in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was like it was like my first. It was the first swing on the range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting loose.
You got him, Sean. You hooked him.
I'm getting loose. DNC.
All right, so who do you want? You want the Bears?
Yeah, let's do the.
Okay.
Now, would they? Is that a Sunday night game? Like,
Yeah.
what do they do?
It's got to be.
Could you imagine though? Like, okay, Pincho's little cheeks
On Sunday night?
On Sunday night.
You know what?
Where their season fell apart, where their season ended. And we could have the changing table ready.
Sean,
Let's
you know
change
what?
a little diaper, Vikings.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah.
I do want the Vikings. I do, and here's why. Because I want it to be Sunday Night Football, and I want everyone to talk about how great Justin Jefferson is again, and how he's this, and now he's got J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson. He was great, but he was hampered by the quarterback. Now he's got J.J. McCarthy, and I get to hear about it, and I love it, and the run up to it, and the talk with all the Vikings fans, and I say, hey, show me a big game Justin Jefferson's ever done well in. Show me one. You can't. Go look through all of them. You can't. And then I'll get killed, and Sam Flannel and the cute little morning show will be like, can you believe Neil said that about Justin Jefferson? He's crazy. And then I ask for the numbers, and then, 3 catches, 54 yards in the biggest game of his career. Yes, I want the Vikings.
You are so in my bosom.
I want J.J. McCarthy. I
pulled
all of it.
you close to my bosom,
All of
and we are.
We have the Bears, Sean. Like the Bears. We have the Bears' number. We'll text them later if it all falls apart.
No, I honestly think I would rather have Minnesota as well. And everybody remembers what happened last year, and I think the national media remembers what happens last year. And I'm just gonna have the baby powder. They'll be chafing. Oh, don't worry, I'll put a little baby powder on there. You're gonna be okay. but really, this is where we're at, Neil. Legitimately, you talk about it, you speak it into existence. People are fired up, and that's how the NFL knows they win. And they were desirous, Spencer, 15 years ago of owning the sports calendar.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
And can we think about J.J. McCarthy or, I don't know, Daniel Jones starting week 1 against Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch in the back end of the Lions secondary with Aiden Hutchinson back?
What are they going to do? What are they going to do against Justin Jefferson?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What are they going to do?
They'll have to bracket him. But
100%.
I guarantee if they play the Vikings week 1 and J.J. McCarthy is the starting quarterback, Kirby Joseph will pick him off twice. Week 1. And
Spenny will bet it, too. He won't just tell you about it. He'll bet it.
I would bet that.
He'll bet an inordinate amount of money on it.
But we are living it right now. We're having these conversations.
So bad, dude.
The NFL is such that he's dropping prop bets on J.J. McCarthy over under 2 interceptions in week 1.
4 months.
To Kirby Joseph. For a game, again, can I say this? We don't know if the game's happening.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Jones.
We don't even know if the game's happening.
And look at how fired up he is.
Daniel Jones isn't even there to say who's their backup? Who's the Vikings' backup?
Oh, right now.
Is it Beathard again that they bring him back?
Look, I'll look right now. But in the meantime, hey, go over on that tee box and ask those guys. Say, hey, NFL schedule, your thoughts.
NFL schedule, your thoughts.
They wouldn't even.
What?
They wouldn't even hit the ball. Nothing. They would just stand here and talk about the NFL schedule.
Absolutely.
For 30 minutes. You guys are all sickos,
Sam
man.
Howell and Brett Rippon.
Sam
Howell. That's right. They traded for him.
I actually like Sam Howell, but Kirby would still pick him off.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there.
Sam Howell showed signs in Washington that he could.
DNC ENT. I want JJ's blank in the dirt week 1. Super Bowl Cartier, which is why I'm more upset we essentially wasted 3 playoff runs because we neglected the defense for so long. Yeah, because that was their defense that was out there in the playoff game.
What defense did we neglect? Was it Jack Campbell or Kirby Joseph or Brian Branch or Terran Arnold or Aiden Hutchinson or Lee McNeil or what? Where was the neglection?
I don't know.
Neglection. Is that even a word?
Mike G, Michigan Slappy. J.J. McCarthy's more mobile than Fran Tarkington. That's something to think about.
That is fair.
You know what? Yeah, Vikings. They're getting me going. Not even Vikings fan. They're getting me going.
Fran Tarkington?
Fran Tarkington, Sean.
Okay, I'm pretty convinced I'm the only person in here that saw Fran Tarkington play, okay?
The chat's on one.
Fran Tarkington's one of the greatest scramblers ever.
Lems 31M. J.J. McCarthy will not throw 3 picks. The Lions' defense is no Bowling Green defense.
That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. Shout out to Pete and Bowling Green.
Sam Flannel's over in the corner, like gnashing his teeth together right now.
I can't wait.
What a doink,
I love the summer. I do. The summer is my favorite season. I love golfing. I love going out and
That'll
tubing,
change.
doing all that stuff. I want football to be here so bad it's not even funny.
As I have watched Neil changed in these last 20 minutes,
Yeah.
very soon I can see it just when you talk. The fall takes over.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it happened for me. If the fall, just something happens and you're like, you know what?
Because fall golf is good too.
Exactly. You go out on an early Saturday morning where it's like 55 degrees, nobody out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's out
The
there.
early fall doesn't seem to be as windy as the spring is either.
That is true.
Welcome to the fall.
Early fall, yeah, that's a good point, Chase.
Early
fall is August.
That's the only correct answer. The best season is the fall, and we'll all move on with our life.
Dante 151 in the super chat. I want the Vikings so the Lions can dump truck them so we can say, what happened to your golden boy, JJ Ryan Ermanni in Mass? Oh, real quick, who will Ryan Ermanni be rooting for if it is Vikings-Lions in week 1?
He'll root for the Lions.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
He'll root for the Lions.
Yeah, he
Really?
will. Yeah, he will. Yes.
But what if the Vikings – you can't tell who he's going to root for before the game. You can tell after the game.
Oh, boy.
To where if the Vikings win and he starts hyping up JJ, then you know who he was rooting for.
He'll hype up JJ if the Vikings win.
Wow.
Could we do a segment on who would Ermanni be rooting for
I
in the
can't
Lions-Vikings
imagine.
game?
I can't imagine a first-time rookie struggling. We don't see that very
No,
often.
it never happens.
It's just, come on, man.
I want to take his soul.
Oh, I do too. I want Justin Jefferson. I do. I want it again.
He said, I'm going to take his soul.
3 catches, 54 yards. Jordan Addison, no yards. I want it, Sean. Against a defense with 20 dudes on IR. Jason Kenyon in the Super Chat rodeo update. Blaine Houston of McMain, Michigan, won every round of the International Finals Rodeo back in January. He qualified for the College National Finals to be held in June, currently taking Pro Rodeo by storm down in Texas. I'll have to tap into that.
Dude,
College,
that's hype.
Yeah, College National Finals in June.
I went to a couple of rodeos at MSU. They got the barn up there.
Yeah.
It's fun, man.
We should get Blaine on the show.
Yeah, we should.
Do this, Jason. Reach out as the rodeo finals get closer. We'll get Blaine on the show.
Yeah, shoot me a DM on Twitter.
I want to see blank looks on KOC's face. See how I did? I just got us right back to where we should be. I want to see that same blank look that you saw on KOC's face in the game in Minnesota and the game in Detroit. That's what I want. I want that blank look.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm stoked up for a rodeo-themed nickel package.
Rodeo-themed nickel package.
We should do one.
We'll figure one out.
What's better, barrel chasers or puck monies? 248.
Well, aren't we 313?
Yeah. You know they know how to ride it.
Flow Guy 25. JJ has championship pedigree the same way Dilfer does. When we come back, we're breaking it down. The possible Week 1 game, Lions-Vikings. Spenny, take them to church.
Hey, I'm so ready to go. NFL
breaking
is back.
it. Joe, you wanted this. You wanted this, so I'm going to give it to you.
You know what pairs great with the NFL being back? Products from Loom Cannabis. Make sure you get some of these buzzing drinks, man, to die for. There's tons of different flavors. The watermelon's good. They got the cherry. They got the raspberry lemonade, new flavor. All of that, plus anything else you need. You know Loom has you covered. The best product, the cheapest prices, and you could use promo code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order. That's WSN30. Make sure you hit up Loom for all of your cannabis needs.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We are live at Edgewood Country Club, a part of A Kid Again golf outing. They provide never-thought-possible adventures for families raising children with life-threatening conditions. All of the A Kid Again ventures are cost-free, held year-round, so families can set aside their worries and enjoy carefree time together. And if you're a parent, that hits for you, just to even talk about something like that. So big shout out to all the sponsors, of course, wicked awesome wishes, Lady Jane's as well. And it's one of the good outings out there, and direct impact. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, Spencer Chase in the Chase Lounge, all the Woodward folk. What?
You're mad.
I am mad.
But you know why you're mad? You know why you're mad.
Because you're right.
You know we're up 100.
No, but you need it like we need it.
You know
like
we're up
we need
100
it, like,
listeners.
I know. Oh, yeah.
No, air,
viewership
food,
went up
water,
to
shelter.
30% immediately.
We
it's
all
like they
need
texted
it.
their friends and said, hey, they're finally doing it.
Now, here's the crazy thing. I think I can speak for you here. I'm a bigger college football fan.
As am I, yes.
And I think you and I, but
I'm not.
The NFL's king.
Yeah, I don't fight it.
It's like we don't have these conversations about college football. Even when Michigan is on the precipice of a great season, it's not like this. It's insane. The NFL all day. It works.
Brendan in the super chat's popping, viewership's popping. Brendan in the super chat. My sources say Vikings-Lions, good. I want it. Skull.
60% said they want the Bears. I kind of want the Bears more than the Vikings too. I want to.
So you're cool with one again if the league's week 1, week 18?
I think that would be the best thing the league could do. I think that brings the most. We could talk about that alone for a week. We could talk about playing the Bears to open the season and end the season for a week straight.
Depending on what the stakes are.
Eat it up.
And I don't think the Bears are going to be there yet.
No.
That has Sunday night written all over it. That has a Saturday afternoon from Soldier Field. Now that is drop your pants inducing. Right?
I don't disagree with that.
Like, Neil, think about that. It's a random Saturday afternoon, January 5th or whatever the heck the day is. You're sitting at home. The Grizz have the day off. Are you kidding me?
Well,
An afternoon game at Soldier Field?
Talk to me dirty, Sean.
Saturday afternoon at Soldier Field. They're right off.
Brendan also said in the chat, it's all love, Neil, but I want this so bad. He wants the Vikings so bad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it then. Week 1 of our fake schedule, and let's break it down. A preview of a game that's probably not even going to happen. Let's get into it.
Still going
Get
home.
in the chat right now. Lions, Vikings. Sean, everybody from the IR's back. Where do you see this going? Because you know where I'm going to be with this. Justin Jefferson, 4 catches. I think Justin Jefferson's output's going to increase this game. I think he's going to have 4 catches for 62 yards.
Neil, we're still a better team than the Vikings. I know they didn't want to accept it last year. They had to accept it. You are replacing a guy who was on a really incredible heater with a rookie. I mean, in essence, JJ's a rookie, right?
JJ McCarthy,
okay,
get it in.
And oh, by the way, the Lions' defense is healthy. And oh, by the way, they're all really, really hungry. I don't like your chances in that game, Viking fan. And I need to remind myself right now. Okay, just
hold on in the chat.
From my understanding, it is May 12th. It is not August 12th. I don't even know if that's the schedule.
We're just breaking down again.
Well, here we go. Mark in the chat. Got to get to JJ though, because he's pesky as a mobile quarterback. I got an army of them. Your thoughts, Sean?
Listen, the fact that Hutch is back, and the fact that this defense has a lot of key pieces back. You want to confuse a young quarterback, and you want to make his life miserable.
You know, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to go all the way. You know, Hutch has been looking really good at camp. He's ready to go. I think, you know, Ahmed Hassanin has looked really good. Expect him to make some splashes
He's getting more
here
reps
and there.
than people think.
Yeah, Marcus Davenport, healthy, had a good camp. I think that we're going to make JJ's life hell.
And I'm telling you right now, the biggest pickup was getting Z back.
Yeah.
That way, I
Yep,
think
you're
Z's
right.
going to have a first.
Absolutely, Sean.
Now we're talking guys that aren't even on the Lions. All right, this is cool.
I think them signing Zadarius Smith, that post-June 1 signing of Zadarius Smith that we all already saw happen.
We all knew it was coming.
Yeah, we all knew it was going to come. I think that's going to help a lot. You have Marcus Davenport for the rundowns on that other side, and then you can rotate in Hassanin or Zadarius Smith when it comes to passing down options.
Any concern about Tyleek Williams?
No.
Any concern?
No, I think Tyleek Williams
The
will be used
measurables
well.
haven't been there.
DJ Reader stayed healthy all camp. You love to hear that.
He's got so many good pieces
Yeah.
around him, though, Neil. I wouldn't be concerned about it right now.
Yeah.
Well, expect Z to sign this week. Now that camp's over.
Listen, we're talking about a guy that's not on the team and about a game that we don't even know exists.
Break it down.
It's
Get
May
your
12th.
thoughts in there.
Now listen, now let me throw the Packers in there. I want to save the Packers. Is it okay?
RM Dole, besides scrambling, what does J.J. McCarthy do well, really?
He's got a good arm, a very good arm.
Is it NFL good?
I think
Is it throw from that hash across the field
I
good?
think his ability to throw on the run is NFL good.
It is. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
When you get him moving, which is quarterbacks are apt to do in the National Football League, I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. I'm not joking.
I do too.
I don't have him in the Hall of Fame like Ryan does. Okay.
I like him as a prospect
shout out to
a lot.
Ermanni. I watched, especially against our guys, Spenny.
Yeah.
That dude getting the pressure, rolling to the right, and firing on a dime. You can't teach that stuff.
I know Neil's not going to like this because it's literally a singular play and one of his first plays he made in college. But when he came into that first game against Ohio State when Michigan was losing, and he made a throw that he rolled to his left off of 1 foot, fired it like 50 yards down the sideline. I was like, okay, that's an NFL arm.
Well, Mark brings up some of his throws as well. Even against TCU, he had 2 pick sixes, and if you watch the game, he got bailed out a lot even through that.
Yeah, but how many naked boots were they allowing JJ to do in that offense? Kevin O'Connell did what he did to Sam Darnold and made him an MVP contender. Is Sam Darnold that much more talented than J.J. McCarthy? I don't believe so. I think Kevin O'Connell is a very good coach, and he's going to have him looking, maybe not to start the season, but eventually he'll be looking pretty good in that offense.
Neil, if we're to compare I think you have to have questions about Jordan now. Obviously, you have to have questions about Caleb. The only question for me and J.J. McCarthy, I mean this, is how soon does it click for him? Because I'll warn everybody, young quarterbacks, first-time guys, things move a little quicker at the NFL level. That's my concern about J.J. McCarthy. I really do. I think he's going to be a darn good pro.
Dumbo Jumbo, JJ could teach Goff about his elite handoffs. Won't see Goff trip on a handoff ever again.
That's fair. He is an NFL handoffer.
Designed or not.
Stick brought this up too. After Tesla's performance in the preseason, do you feel that maybe J-Mo's on the hot seat a little bit? Now, these are internal issues. We're not talking about the Vikings here, but does it come into play at all?
Yeah,
Week one.
We already saw Aiden Hutchinson get his $42 million a year deal in the offseason, so that is something you have to think about.
We completely skipped over one of the annual rites of late July and early August, the 5-man rotation of the receivers. And we just automatically trying to put it in place. That's a beautiful thing.
But we can't take snaps away from Khalif Raymond and Tim Patrick, Sean. They're too essential to our offense. No disrespect, but that's what people sound like in the offseason.
All right, as we wrap this up, predictions. Week 1 of this possible matchup with the Vikings that we don't know is going to happen. But people are locked
matchup,
in.
Yeah.
People are locked in.
I don't think that we'll roll offensively like we did in particular that second game. But
for this game that we don't even know where it is.
And I don't even know if that's who they're playing. You know what?
Yes.
Lions are going to win comfortably. How's that? 27-17, something like that. Maybe the Vikings get a late score to make it pinch the cheeks, and they only lost by 10. But, yeah, I like the Lions 27-17 over the Vikings week 1.
Maybe. If they play.
If they play and if it's at Ford Field, there are a lot of ifs here. Lions 38, Vikings 17.
Whoa!
Kamal 7 Mile Dog says 34-17 Lions.
Okay.
All right. They're even getting a midseason. I say 53-9. I think 53-9.
2 pick sixes for the Lions.
Yeah,
defense.
but why not? Yeah,
Hutchinson with a pick six.
Tesla $140. 2
There's
tutties.
something about the Vikings and field goals, though, as
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Only putting up some field goals. So
Justin Jefferson, ups his production in a big game. He steps up 4 catches, 61 yards.
We got a great question here from Two Birds Both Stoned. He says, is it too early to start talking about the 2026 draft class?
Mock draft next when we come back.
Should we do a 2026 mock when we're coming back from break?
oh, my gosh.
What are the needs of this team going into the 2026 draft?
And here's the reality.
I got it. Let's do it.
Hey,
you guys, this is your guys' thing. I'm
Neil,
just here.
Terrifyingly, we're all excited about a dumb draft show. I mean, the NFL, man, it just works.
It all came full circle. It's all going to come full circle for the Saints in the 2026 draft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arch Manning.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going to
see
get him.
it.
They're going to get him. All right. Tell them about something,
All right,
Spenny. Then we'll
I'll
come
tell
back.
'em about
2026 mock draft. You clowns.
2026 mock coming up.
Absolute
but first,
clowns.
let me tell you about Mad Packs. You got the boom shakalaka pre-rolls. Don't forget the high lows, keeping you high for the low, and the Blizzard Packs, THCA Moon Rocks that hit like a blizzard. Make sure you tap in with Mad Packs. They are in select stores now. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports for all the latest updates. Mad High, Mad Packs.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
What? Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean Belizian, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. We're live at Edgewood Country Club. Sean Belizian's proud of himself. We're here as a part of the A Kid Again golf outing. They offer cost-free outings held year-round so families can set aside their worries and enjoy carefree time together for children that are facing life-threatening conditions. And it's real, and it's a great event and a great organization.
No doubt. So let's move on to week 2.
Okay.
Who would you like to
Well, it's got to be a 1 o'clock game,
yeah,
right?
We got to go on the road.
Bengals.
Who do you want in week 2? Oh, early season Bengals?
Early season Bengals.
Early season Bengals, Neil?
I would want that, yeah. I definitely would want that.
Okay, that has 4:15 written all over it. That's America's game of the week. That has 4:15 written all over it.
That is a good one.
If not, a Sunday night or Monday night matchup.
So Monday night?
No, I think that's going to be like the home game, like Browns or Giants at 1 o'clock. You know, that one that they try to hide.
You think so, really?
I think so, yeah. And I'll tell you this, a little bit of letdown after the national spotlight. maybe 10-10 at halftime with the Giants. And everyone kind of looking around going, what the hell's
All right,
going
so
on?
is week 2 the week that they do the 2 Monday night games? I can see that being one of the Monday night games.
That
They can't
sucks.
all be on Monday
There
night.
is nothing worse than the 2 Monday night games.
I think that
Yeah.
could be. See, I think the Bears. I can't even believe you're doing this. I think the Bears games are going to be Sunday night, and then they might fire that Bengals game like as one of the 2 Monday night games.
I could see the game of the week, though. The game of the week sits right.
That it does 4:15. Yeah. Fox would be happy because they got the AFC team.
Yep.
Yeah. Go with your initial gut reaction.
Can I run something by you?
Yeah. Is it schedule related or something else?
No, it's 2020.
Thanks anyway.
No, it's 2026 draft related.
Oh, yeah.
Even
go
better.
Ahead. All right.
Lenora Sellers.
At South Carolina?
The number 2 overall pick to the Browns.
South Carolina, baby.
They take another quarterback.
Now, I think there'll be a lot of debate. You're going to hear Nussmeier's name mentioned. You're going to hear Arch name mentioned.
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller. I can't even say it with a straight
Number
face.
6 to the Raiders.
He's just not good. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. But Neil Sellers could be. He could be if he does anything, especially at SC. That could be the name.
Okay, this is a shorter segment.
Are we
I'll entertain this.
Are we?
He's going to be a Heisman candidate next year. Watch.
He really is. He's the pedigree. LSU. It's going to be there.
The Lions. CBS has the Lions at pick 28.
Okay.
Isaiah World, offensive tackle from Oregon. Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Are we to that exit of the highway?
Why are we talking? This is 2026.
Well,
draft.
Taylor Decker's off the books now, right?
2026
Now,
draft.
now
is too
fast
far.
forward, we're at 2026 draft
Too
now,
far.
everybody.
Yeah, you could go offensive. There are a bunch of offensive tackles. That kid from Utah, that Caleb Lumu or whatever his name is, that guy could potentially fit the.
What about a linebacker? What about a linebacker?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Anzalone's going to be off the team. You got Jack Campbell. You got Derek Barnes. Maybe you want to grab another linebacker.
You only have what, 2 linebackers under contract at that point, right?
Yeah. Maybe you want to grab the best linebacker out of the SEC.
Listen. That's exactly that's what I was about to. We're skipping a whole entire free agent period, a trade period.
Oh yeah, the trade deadline. We should have done that.
We are skipping. Now we're way ahead.
Yes, 2026 draft.
We're legitimately a year ahead. Okay, that's fine.
Danny G, can we just go ahead to the 2027 mock draft?
Yeah, might as well. You know, maybe you're looking for a golf replacement in 2027 draft.
Are we?
You could. Stick way off of the course is yelling, whoa.
Sean Waldron says in the chat, you're just throwing the show away, LOL. No, you people want this.
You wanted it.
This is you.
You did.
This is more viewers than we've had all show.
You know it. It's but Neil, honestly, I think the NFL knows what we want and they give it to us. And
hell yeah, they do.
The maturation of the draft and the maturation of this schedule thing, man. Come on, let's be honest. Doesn't everybody stop what you're doing? You could be at home watching the Tiger game, for an example, right? Mm-hmm. But you know at 8 o'clock when the schedules start being released, you immediately go to Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're not watching the dumb show, but you immediately, and everybody has their stupid presentation of their schedule, and you watch every one of them.
Every one of them.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
Chargers is the best every year they do anime. It's awesome.
Big Con 51. How about Bryce Underwood, 2029, mock to the Lions?
Yeah.
Who says no?
Bring him home.
I can't.
All right, are we going to talk about school?
Yes.
Are we going to do that?
Yes, we are.
Let's see. I'd love to see these
I
numbers.
didn't get your thought, by the way, on week 2.
Week 2.
Where? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Stephen Baffy, who you calling you people, Neil? You people. Like, you love this stuff,
I'm
man.
proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Today.
You guys love this stuff, dude. NFL schedule. We just broke down a game that's not on the schedule.
Yep.
But what if it is?
And it might not happen.
Could be.
What if it is that, though?
I haven't heard any leaks. Maybe you guys can tell. I haven't heard any leaks for week 1 other than NFC North.
Same.
And then, honestly, to reset, the Steelers are allegedly the Thanksgiving opponent,
game, yep.
And week 18 is at Chicago.
Well, did you guys hear the Steelers are the Thanksgiving opponent, and the Bengals are Monday Night Football the following week.
Yeah.
That was the one that I heard. And there were like writers talking about that, dude.
That would be
and
pretty
that
cool.
is though. To be honest with you, like all joking aside, when I heard that, that was kind of like,
but
because it is starting to set in. Like this schedule is starting to set in. I'm like, damn. When I saw the win total was 10.5.
Yeah, but week 2 is America's Game of the Week versus Cincinnati. I thought we already went over.
I would so much rather have it then because they're in back mode then.
Yeah.
Neil, and they're dangerous in back mode. Well, let's call it for what it is. This isn't an exception anymore. This is what they do. This is what the Bengals' DNA is. They come roaring back late in the season. So I don't want any part of that. I like my week 2 idea better. All
BS aside, is it setting in like this schedule? I don't think we know, but I don't think until you see it on paper.
I know
Sean, this is the most incredible schedule I've ever seen in sports.
And you know what? I thought last year's schedule was bad. There's no comparison. You know, a first place schedule to a first place schedule.
We've never seen anything
comparison.
like this.
Not like this. No, not like this.
I mean, this is like
insane.
This is like Florida's schedule last year in college.
This is how the 2% live. Like,
Yep.
welcome.
Yeah.
You know, we're new money. This is how the 2% lives.
And guess what? I don't care.
No, I'm cool with it.
Make the playoffs.
I'll pay the taxes.
That's all that matters.
And in the end, that's what it is. It was very sobering when I saw the NFL win total at 10.5.
That is,
and that's when it became real. And
who's got the highest win total? I mean, the highest is probably only 11.5. There normally isn't more than a 12 win total.
Well, no, 15-2 is the expectation now.
Yeah.
See, that almost does us a disservice because I mean, you know where I was. It really doesn't seem like a year ago. Go 11-6, preferably win your division. It doesn't matter. If we're and this is what cracks me up,
Sean.
But Neil, this is what cracks me up, and I know where you're going to go. You say that the season's all about what do you do in January and February, but God forbid we go through a season like that.
And that, Sean, because it's probably going to happen that way. I would be stunned if they won 12 games. I'd be stunned, not surprised. Stunned.
I could see 12.
See, that's where I'm at. If you said to me you have to bet, I would put a very small margin on the over.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go crazy.
I would have no play. For real.
That's why I'm saying, if somebody said you have to, no, dude, even if it's $5, come on, just for fun, I'd go over. You know, I barely though. Because Neil, I am mentally preparing myself right now. That's why I bring it up to the Lions. Oh, gasp! Go through a 12-5 season. And we're going to be sitting here every freaking week saying, wait a second. Don't we all agree the ultimate success and failure of the Detroit Lions is what happens in January and February? Are we really,
say it, but we're not going to live it.
Are we really complaining about 10-4 right now at this juncture of the season? With an opportunity to win 13 games? And you know the truth is, yes, we will be.
Yeah, but that fourth loss that we took last week is really hurting me. So we really got to be good down the stretch if we want to get into these playoffs and make sure we get that NFC North.
And it still hurts to lose to Stafford. That's what hurt about that one.
This is a tough part of the season, Sean. We're all really high strung right now. You don't know how the playoffs are going to shake out, but I think we can still do it.
3-1-3 Kurt. They just won 15 games and now 12 wins, and you'd be surprised. 3-1-3 Kurt.
It's a different schedule, man.
Dude,
you're not playing the Titans and the Jaguars.
Look, Kurt, go look at this. Go to Google right now. Now, go look at that.
Let me also say, maybe Kurt's right, and a couple of the teams that we thought would be really good aren't good.
That'll happen.
But you're not talking Tennessee Titan, Jacksonville Jaguar levels, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't have that crap on the schedule this year.
You got the Browns. The Browns is an easy win, or it should be an easy win. The home schedule is not that tough. There's a couple ones,
Sean.
But the away schedule is rough. Man.
Who's the easiest opponent non-division? Who's the easiest
Browns.
opponent on the road schedule?
Oh, on the road schedule?
Is it the Bengals?
It's
the
the Buccaneers,
Chiefs,
I think.
The Commanders, the Eagles, the Rams, or the Ravens?
Oh yeah, the Buccaneers are at home.
Who's the easiest road schedule? That's all on the road.
Commanders probably. The Commanders.
I'll still say
With
the Rams.
One of the most electric
or the Rams,
young quarterbacks in the game.
I'll say the Rams.
West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
Jared Goff's at home. That's where he's from.
It's a brutal and again,
tough schedule.
Neil, just and spending this for you too. Listen, we're going to deal with this every week. What a fraud! This team was 15-2. I'm telling you, that's like I know it. I can hear it all.
No,
in my
I know
head.
it too.
And I'm just going to constantly
look
say, I'm going to say it today. The ultimate success or failure of this team is what happens in January and February.
Yep.
Mike O, top 5 ways to waste time predicting upcoming Lions games. No, this is part of the fun of it.
Yep.
Like this is how the NFL has you locked up. Skydog 722. Neil, plus minus during the season. Sean says, who cares what the seeding is? Just make the playoffs.
Over 50.5.
He says over under 143.5.
Fact.
I would take the
Sorry,
over.
I keep speaking in fact. It really and truly, I can't stop. I wish I could stop like other people in this business, but no, Neil?
It doesn't matter.
Right. It does. Exactly. Spenny, I don't care.
Yeah. Would I like to win the NFC North again? Yes, I absolutely would. Would I like the Lions to win 15 games again? Yeah, for sure. We just saw that doesn't mean anything.
The only thing that is going to satisfy guys like us and have me say, well done, is taking the next step and getting to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Winning a Super Bowl.
And now it's winning a Super Bowl. I agree with you. It is. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry. Anything less than that, and I am going to be that ass that you're all mad at the day. How can you say that the Lions went 15-2 and won 2 playoff games? No. It's about winning a championship now. Mm-hmm. Gosh damn it, act like we belong there.
Michigander 12-12. Elite teams win no matter how difficult the schedule is. Michigander 12-12. No one has played a schedule like this ever.
Listen, we talk about all these road games, and yes, they are a lot harder than last year, but there are only 2 of them that I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to win that one. Like that, I think they're going to beat the Rams in L.A. I think they're going to beat Washington in Washington. I think they're going to beat these teams. They're better than these teams, but obviously on the road, you got to factor that in. The only ones that are really like, oh shit, is Philly and KC. The rest of them, obviously they're not going to win all these games.
I feel that way about Baltimore.
See,
I think we can get Baltimore.
This is what I'm talking about. Like,
they want that lick back.
You know what? Okay, elite
we never
teams
beat Baltimore in Baltimore.
Can I go back to
That's
elite
true.
teams find a way to win? You're right, but let's define win. If I go 12-5, gas, 3 less wins than last year and win the North. Okay, cool. But I'm not gonna hang a banner because it's about having playoff success.
Yeah.
All right, let's take the break. We'll talk Scooble.
All right.
When we come back.
Let me tell you about.
Yes, we are, damn it.
We're talking baseball, Sean. Let me tell you guys about Loom. Make sure you hit up a Loom dispensary near you. You can use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your entire order. Scan that QR code on the screen or go to Loom.com to check out their insane inventory and where you can get all of these products. Make sure you get the Buzzin' drinks. It's the best in the game. Loom Cannabis, WSN30 for 30% off your entire order.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
All right, back at it, everybody.
You know it.
Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belizian, Spencer chasing the Chase Lounge stick, walking around. We're live at Edgewood Country Club. We're in Commerce for the Akitigan Golf Outing. Great event that does a lot of good in the community, especially for parents with children with life-threatening issues. So just say less in that situation. We'll come out. We'll definitely support all of that. But happy to have you all with us. And look, all that tomfoolery's done, but it's not, is it?
No, but, I mean, listen.
It's not. It's not.
Okay, I have
What about
said
week
this
3?
before. Back-to-back on the road.
Back-to-back on the road?
No,
Yeah.
listen, I've said this before. You want people to think you're legitimate. Have the type of seasons that the Lions did the last couple of years. And if you're one of those people out there right now that don't think the Lions are legitimate, you're never going to think it. Okay, the only thing that's going to make you think it is
winning a Super Bowl.
Is when they win a Super Bowl. So I can't help you. And there are people out there. I had a conversation with a guy yesterday. It's like, oh, okay, that's it. There's a difference. I can say they're legitimate. I can say that they're elite. That's what they've been the last couple of years. They won two divisions in a row. So to me, Neil, they have proven that they belong on the stage.
Whether you like it or not, they have.
And I'm not even going to argue with you. But you know what I will add to this? The Detroit Tigers are still in prove-it mode.
Ooh.
They are. Whether we want to believe it or not. Do I think they're legit? Absolutely. And I tweeted this out the other day, now including this weekend, when you're 29 games over 500, when you are 57-28, over your last X amount of games, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, like, again, you're not paying attention if you can't see the legitimacy there. But is ownership sincere about bringing a championship to Detroit? Not being Tampa, not being Cleveland, legitimately bringing a championship to Detroit. And you know what? Christopher Ilitch has a golden opportunity to do that, to just shut people up. What do we need to do to lock you up, to make you be a Detroit Tiger for life, essentially? What do we need to do? Here's that opportunity.
Well, we know kind of what the cover charge is to get in that club. Number 100%. 1, the biggest pitching contract in the history of baseball. That's number 1. That's the dress code.
Set the new market. It
right.
is. Yep. Set the new market.
And look, like everyone knows, like Scott Boras is the agent and all that kind of stuff. And look, I'm curious to see, what do you think the people in the chat right now, as far as Tarek Skubal goes, because I'm hearing about it, you guys talked about it when we got on air, is when are they going to announce it? When are they going to lock this guy up long term? When is that going to happen? It's just, Sean, for me, I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't, because here's the deal. All the previous, last year, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander were $40 million a year pitchers. They were. And you can say what you want about their careers and the pay. I don't care. You know who doesn't care? Scott Boras doesn't care. Tarek Skubal doesn't care. They were $40 million a year guys last year. I'm the best pitcher in baseball. Everybody else gets 10-year contract, 8-year contracts, all of it. So if they're 40, am I 20% better than they were? Oh, yeah. Probably 50% better. I'm the best pitcher in baseball.
You're not doing your job as an agent if you don't walk in there and sit there with a list of the top 10 contracts and say, we have to do better than all of these. That's the way it is. This is a guy that's going to set the market. And if it doesn't happen here in Detroit, and I'm with you, I would love to say yes, absolutely. I haven't seen much evidence that makes me think it's going to happen, and this is how Christopher Ilitch can change a narrative.
But my concern is, you heard the talk last year, from what it sounds like, and you heard the same things I heard, that they started that discussion. And do you remember what the talk was? Mm-hmm. Non-competitive offer.
Yep.
That was a terminology that I got.
Quote.
That was a quote.
That was a quote.
non-competitive offer. Let's cut the ish. Here's the deal. This is a $50 million a year proposition, and he's going to want 8 years minimum, probably more, because that's what I would want. Remember, he's going to be pushing 30. So what are we talking about here? And, guys, look, don't get caught up in the total amount of money. Don't get caught up in that. The Juan Soto thing, the Miguel Cabrera thing, this is the way things are structured so you can avoid luxury tax. It is. They would rather, like Cabrera's contract, I forget what was it, 10 at 300, something like that, right? Just ballpark it because it's easy math. It was 10 at 300. It was always going to end badly. The Tigers knew it. Miggy knew it. Miggy's agent knew it. But you can't do the thing where you do 5 years at 300 and give him $60 million. A, that's what he was worth in his prime. He was. But you don't do it that way because of the luxury implications, all of that. You have to stretch it out. You tack on years at the end, and it's almost like a goodbye tour. This thing with Skubal here is going to be 9 at 450. That's the reality. And you can't blink twice about that. That's the cost.
Honest to goodness, I was thinking 8,400. That was a number that came into my mind. 8,400.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
And see, Spenny, that's
when you hear. But did you hear Spenny?
I hope he proves us all wrong.
Spenny just heard that.
Yeah,
Because Spenny, I think people think it's this abstract thing. I'm going to put numbers to it. If I'm Boris, I'm thinking 10 at 500. That's kind of my entry. And if Tarek, what do you want to do? Do you want to cut the Tigers a break and stay here? You know, a little bit of a break. We can do 9 at 450 if you want to do that and stay here. But if you want the maximum amount of money, we got to go to somewhere that's willing to pay you the maximum amount of money. Is Tigers ownership the one that's going to pay the maximum amount of money?
New York Yankees are. New York Yankees are.
It's going to be the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Then what are we talking about?
Oh, my God.
Real cream of wheat. We hate Cy Youngs in this town.
We do.
Apparently. And just remember, this happened with Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
This literally happened. And they ran to the media and said, we offered him 6 at 145 or 6 at 150, whatever it is. Yeah, well, the Nationals gave him 210. Which one are you taking?
Yeah. And by the way, that was with an owner that nobody questioned his desire and his pocketbook. That was with a guy that, woke up one morning and said, hey, go get me some Prince Fielder for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and Christopher has an opportunity to change the narrative on him. He does. But it is going to be league changing. It is going to be the type of contract that you are going to see lead the news. Like, honestly, a historic baseball contract signed. Everything. It is. It's going to reset the market.
Chris in the chat, Alex Cobb's making $5 million more than Skubal. Disgusting. And Skubal had to get the juice from arbitration because he won the Cy Young. That's the only reason he's up to 10 right now.
Oh.
Spenny.
Spenny.
The numbers are sobering, aren't they?
You know it.
When you hear it. 9 at 450, Spenny. Say it. 9 at $450.
You look at him. You look at him. It's just like, I'm gonna throw up saying this, but he would look so good in pinstripes, dude. Sorry. It's not. It's.
So the Lions
not
come
gonna
back
pay.
week
I
4.
just feel like-
The Lions are back home after the back-to-back home. Now, who do you want at home?
It's a sleepy Tampa Bay game. That sleepy Tampa Bay game.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, weren't they week? Yeah, they were week 4
2,
last
right?
year.
Wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Super Bowl Cardia. If we let Skubal go, the owner just wants to milk.
They're gonna
this
let
fan
Skubal
base.
go, man.
Chad Fisher, Skubal worth every penny. Come on now. No, Chad. See,
imagine.
guys, we have to get past this line of thinking. That's a non-negotiable.
Yep.
Yes.
Skubal's worth the money. He's the best pitcher in baseball.
Yep.
And it's not close. You have to get past that. Is this ownership group willing to swim at that deep water in the pool?
I don't think so.
I don't think they are. I hope I'm wrong.
I
I
hope
want
I'm
to be
wrong.
wrong.
I
I
hope
want
I'm
to
wrong,
be
too.
wrong. I want to be wrong.
But Neil said
Those are the questions forever, man.
He said non-competitive, coming off of him winning the Triple Crown.
9 at 450.
Oh, it's not going to happen. They're not. They will not pay him $500 million. They won't.
Then why do we bother?
I don't know.
And Sean, like, I think Spenny, at his heart right now, with what he's thinking about it, is where I am with it. If you let the Cy Young pitcher walk, or even if you trade him, then we are the Rays.
Yeah.
And we are the Marlins.
Yeah. That's what we are.
And the Guardians.
And the Guardians.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I
see you later, CC Sabathia.
I say that with respect to the Guardians. I mean,
we're
they've
second-class
done it right.
citizens.
They've done it right forever. They are never going to win a World Series as constructed. Never. And before somebody says Kansas City, don't forget what Kansas City did. They went out and got a bunch of guys to add to that incredible young nucleus that they had. And that's what.
Wow, look at this chat. Like,
I don't want to go through
sobering.
another. I don't want to go through another 06 and 14. I don't. I don't want to do it again. 2013 will haunt me till the day I die. Like, I'm convinced when the Grim Reaper comes and gets me, he's going to have like a Big Papi jersey on.
Oh.
You son of a bitch. and there he is. He doesn't have his Cy or whatever it is. He's got a bat. He's going to start clubbing me with it.
Justin Galena, what if you can get Vlad for prospects while keeping Clark, though? Vlad got a $500 million contract. Like, that's over. Like, Justin, come on. That's over. That ship has sailed.
You know what Vlad also, the Vlad contract kind of proved to me, don't get caught up in the minutia of the jargon. Because remember, at the beginning of the year, it was like, oh, he's not going to talk about it all year. Nope. Okay, Jays, you want to play this way? Fine. There'll be no negotiating during the year.
Contract's done.
Don't pay attention so much to what you hear. But, Neil, the one thing that everybody should pay attention to, this will be a league-altering deal. There's no doubt in my mind. None.
Nicholas Duncan, give Scooble 7 at $399, $57 million per year. Nicholas.
I would do that. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
No. And he's going to want more years. I think my 8 is on the low end. I'm serious. I think my 8 is on the low end.
Juan Soto's getting paid to what? He's like 43?
Yeah.
Something like that? Like,
you remember when we signed Zetterberg for 13 years?
I do. Dante 151, I believe in the Tigers, and I'm ready to be hurt. Michigander 1212, what if Chris is waiting out the Javi contract to give that contract to Scooble? You got to do that contract times 2.5.
Like, think about that. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
All right, we'll get your reactions.
Should we start doing, like, I'll buy a little Caesar's pizza every day until they sign Scooble?
That could be your social media bit.
I'm doing my part.
You know, their baked
I'm
baked
doing my
wings.
part.
Listen,
Yeah.
their baked wings are pretty darn good.
Little
If you guys
Caesars?
haven't,
Really?
Yeah.
Try their baked wings sometime. They're pretty good wings.
I would.
I like the Italian cheese bread. Yeah, I'm in.
They're not going to sign it.
I know they are.
Spenny,
You know they are.
let's go to the break. We'll get the reactions when we come back.
So when the Lions come back to Ford Field,
Yeah.
who do you want that one?
All right. Let me tell you. You want your spirits lifted after dealing with the harsh realities of the Tigers not signing Tarek Scooble? Get some Mad Packs in your life. You can get the high-low pre-rolls. Anything you need from Mad Packs, they are the best. High-low, Blizzard Packs, Boom Shakalaka, all the good stuff in stores now. Make sure you check out a Mad Packs near you. Woodward Sports will keep you up to date with all of the latest updates. It's Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce. You're go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Back at it, everybody, live at Edgewood Country Club. We're in Commerce. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean in for D-Mac Chase. We have Spencer Raxter in the building. Sam Flannel's still here hanging out. Yeah, back
What's
from
up, Sam?
vacation. In the chat, we're just talking Tarek Skubal, and it's like Spenny got hit in the head with a hammer when I said $450 million for 9 years.
What he did, that start he had was, I'm not going to lie, I've seen no-hitters. I've watched a perfect game. That might have been the most impressive pitching performance I've ever seen in my entire life.
He dropped a knuckle curve on people.
It was insane.
His whiffs are unbelievable.
He was dotting the 100-mile-per-hour fastball
It's
all
incredible.
day.
It's just incredible.
So, again, it's very sobering. People in the chat, DNC ENT, I just don't get how TF Skubal is still here if Chris isn't putting a duffel bag on the table and walking out of the room.
Well, he's still got 2 years team control.
Well, this year, next year.
Yeah.
And Spenny, I tried to tell you guys this.
Yeah.
Next year, if a deal's not done, every minute he's on your roster, he loses trade value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Question about it.
Every minute. That's just basic supply and demand.
If you're going to trade him, it's going to be this summer. This
could be winter, depending on.
Yeah.
You can't trade him now in season.
No, that's what. Yeah, I meant off season.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can hope for to reverse the scenario you just discussed was a bidding war at trade deadline of 2026.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, where maybe it's the Yankees and the Dodgers, for example, saying,
I don't want to trade
we can do it. We can do it.
But Sean, you're even in that scenario, you're getting less that day than you would this winter.
No doubt.
You're getting less.
There's no doubt in my mind. But it would go like this. You know what I mean? As opposed to coming back to its high, it'd be going like this, and I think it would go like that at trade deadline. Only if you're talking about a bidding war.
But you have limited people involved at that point, because who can go to market and say, we'll give this dude $50 million a year for 9 years?
1,000%.
There's what, 4 teams that can do that?
Yep.
I so desperately want Tarek Skubal to be a Tiger for the rest of his life. He is so cool. I love him so much. How he plays the game, he's probably my favorite Tiger ever. He's getting up to that status.
Man, God forbid, too, you know what you got to remember? Okay, it's got to be somebody that in all likelihood would want to sign him as well, as opposed to a rental. Because the package that you would have to give up.
You can't trade him for a rental.
You can't.
No.
You would have to believe, tell him and Boris, we want you to know we're trading for you, but where's your starting point? Because we'll beat your starting point in a contract.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Broder, shout out Broder, by the way.
Hi, Broder.
Should anyone give a pitcher 8+ years at $400+ million? I hate to put that out there, as I was a pitcher, but arm health is unpredictable, plus a minimal percentages of teams' innings.
Yeah, but
Broder, I would say this to you. Do you know who the highest paid player this year in baseball is? Pitcher.
Yeah.
Zach Wheeler at $42 million. For Zach Wheeler, he's 34.
Yeah, and baseball, I know Broder knows this too. He's just putting devil's advocate out there, but baseball contracts aren't about the last 3 years of them. They're about the first 3.
You got it.
That's what you're signing.
That's where you get your value.
You're signing the contract for those first 3 years, not the last 3.
Because if you give Skubal $400 million for 8 years, and he wins you 2 more Cy Youngs, the contract's worth it. End of story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
End of story.
And he's so good, and he yells at people, and he's got a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. It's like, I will lose my mind if Tarek Skubal doesn't re-sign with the Tigers. I will literally physically break down. I probably won't come to work for a week.
Oh, that's hysterical.
He is Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander is my favorite Tiger of all time. Tarek Skubal is right. I'm telling you, what I saw him do on Saturday or Friday, whatever day it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. You have to keep him. You can't.
But you know it. See, do you hear it? You have to accept the fact that we are in a position right now.
I know.
Where this is very, very legitimate that this is going to happen exactly the way that we're talking about.
I'm literally going to have night sweats, him waking me up about him in pinstripes or in Dodger blue. Just
Let's be honest. The likelihood that he stays with the Tigers is probably the lowest, right? It is. You could the Dodgers, The Yankees, maybe somebody else gets it. The Red Sox, no. Let's bring him here. Okay, I would put the Tigers at number 4 behind all 3 of those teams. Wouldn't even think twice about it.
Sean, and that's the issue. And that is where I think, now look, I'm born and raised here. Like, I'm never not going to be a Tigers fan, but I'll tell you this. Like,
that would hurt me.
If you lose the best pitcher in baseball,
that would hurt me
because of money, then what are we doing here?
That's where we're at.
What are we doing
Neil,
here?
let me go back to
what
the
are
beginning.
we doing here?
That you have to wonder how legitimate we are. You have to. You have to have those conversations. Conversations none of us want to have right now. Again, considering that this is a team that's 57-28 in their last 85. It's insane to me.
Look at the
but
stretch.
Are we serious about winning?
This might be the best 7-start stretch in the history of baseball that Tarek Skubal's on right now.
Oh, with one walk?
1 walk and 50 strikeouts. Like, what are we talking about?
Absolute insanity, man.
You can't do that playing the show, bro.
4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 50 strikeouts. What? Come on, dude. You gotta pay him. It's going to be $500 million, but you got to fucking pay him. You have to.
Jason Kenyon in the Super Chat. Spenny, I put thought into Rodeo Top 5. Bro, you don't want this. Barrel chasers are crazy. Will cost you more than you have.
Hey, I'm there for it.
Buckle bunnies are crazy. Will cost you just as much. Both will kill you. Saddle Bronc Kings.
I'll die happy.
Spenny will go into that knowing that that's the outcome.
I'm ready for it. Death by snoo.
Sleeping out in the open prairie. I mean, just old school. I'll deliver you some dogs. We can have a grill out there.
Finding some ants in the crack of my ass halfway through.
I think it's all
Super
good.
Bowl Cartier. We almost paid Bregman. Is that close to what Scuba will get? Double in more
Easy
years.
Double.
Yeah.
Easy double.
Like this is the reality, fellas, and it's out there. And I hate that it's coming. I hate that it's coming to this now because he's here. And even I've said, as this season plays out and you're a good team, and why not the Tigers in the World Series? Like, for real, why not? The Yankees are flawed. Like, we had this discussion before.
Just as easy route in the American League as any team.
100%. So with that being said, like, no, you can't move him now because you got to get in and take your chances. Well, you know what I'm saying?
And listen, to try to put this in perspective, I'm going to ask a question to all of you out there, okay? Who's the best pitcher in baseball?
Tarek Skubal.
My guess is 99% of the people out there are going to say Tarek Skubal as well. Now, if we all know that.
There'll be a Yankees fan out there that would say Carlos Rodon.
Okay, cool. If we all know that, Scott Boras knows it better than any of us. He's going to walk in, and I'm going to repeat this. He's going to look at the contracts. He's even going to – what a nice guy Scott Boras is. He's even going to give you a copy. He's going to give you a copy. Yes. That's how nice Scott is, and he's going to go, Neil, look at that copy. I want you to look at those contracts. You have to beat every one of those contracts. If my pitcher's the best pitcher in baseball, then guess what? You have to beat all those contracts. My work is done here. Then he walks out and heads out on the link for the afternoon.
Maybe at Edgewood Country Club here.
No, but
it's nearby.
You understand what I'm saying, though. That's where we're at. That's Boras is going to do it. These guys are going to do it. That's where we're at right now.
All right, Spenny, let's take the break.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll keep talking some Tigers. But first, let me tell you about Loom Cannabis. If you want to get the best product imaginable, you can get it from Loom Cannabis. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your entire order. Scan that QR code on the screen right there. They got the best gummies, the best flour, the best anything, especially those buzzing drinks. They're so good. 7.5 milligram in the seltzer. Make sure you check them out. It's Loom Cannabis.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Back at it, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network coming down the stretch already.
Unbelievable.
NFL schedule, 3-1-3.
So where are you at? If you had your druthers the second week with the 2 Monday night games, I'm sorry. You know what we're doing today, though? I like Reality Day. This is Reality Day.
I don't like Reality Day.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, I'd rather be that.
Well,
yeah,
did you
usually Spenny's usual Reality Day is Sunday, not Monday.
Spenny, did you see how great the Griffins were and all the good young players that are surely going to win multiple Stanley Cups here?
I sure did.
They were
What
awesome.
happened?
They got punked.
They got punked.
And blew a big lead in the deciding game. And the goaltending was less than. A couple of the young pieces that I think people are counting on to not just take the next step.
All right, cut the ish. Concern level, Kosa, right now.
Oh, you have to be.
95%.
You have to be.
Oh, really?
You have to be.
That much, Spenny?
It's his lateral quickness, man. He can't go post to post.
So, some of us said that this is the guy before the guy, and people didn't want to hear it.
You were team Augustine.
I'm convinced he's the guy before the guy, but I'm not sure he's the guy before the guy.
I don't even think he's the guy before. That's what I thought he was too. We said it. How many times did we say Bishop to Vasilevsky? Same kind of thing. He's not Bishop.
I don't know.
This got depressing here in the last half hour.
He's young.
You know what?
Sure.
The reality is, you can get it back, and the reality is, like, I'm not saying that some of these pieces that people have already graduated to the NHL next year are bad, but if you think that they're going to come in next year and be a huge spark, I'd be surprised. I would. I mean, based on what I guess would be the old adage I throw at people.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, Spenny, it is a little bit of a reality Monday, and, guys that we thought would come right in and jump in. I mean, let's face it. I think the most hyped guy is ASP.
Yep.
Was
not good.
Mortal?
Yeah, he was. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great, though.
Mortal?
Yeah.
In the AHL. That's cumbersome. That's worrisome. Absolutely.
Nygaard looked good. He showed the shot was there. He was playing a little physical, but he didn't look. I mean, I don't expect him to make the team out of camp. I don't think anybody did. He needs another year.
I think there are some people that not only think that they're going to make the team next year, but some people were saying ASP is in the conversation for Calder, and I think
I think ASP might be able to make the
there's
team.
probably one guy here with Woodward that probably would tell you that told us that.
I think ASP could make the team out of camp.
But not win the Norris?
Not win the Norris. Not win the
He's not going to roll with the Norris.
Okay.
I
can only go by what I was told.
No, not yet. Obviously,
I was told that.
That's his potential. That's what he can be. But
Okay.
if he's coming in next year, I wouldn't put him on Norris watch. No.
Michigander, 12-12. What if Chris doesn't want to risk having a Javi situation again? Then sell the team. Real talk.
Yeah.
But doesn't want to have a Javi situation
Scared money
again.
don't make money.
Yeah, that happens all the The Yankees, look at the Yankees books. Like, the Yankees books have tons of those deals in them. So I don't want to hear that, for real. I don't want to hear that. You said it best, Spenny. Scare money don't make money. So whatever with that. Wrapping this up. DNCENT. This show sucked. LOL. You loved it. Don't project your own insecurities.
The best part of the show was fake NFL talk. Now we're just sad for the rest. The Griffins suck. Scooble's getting traded.
Yeah. No, I know, man. Like, it's tough, man. It's absolutely tough. Danny G. Chris let a real winner have the team. Chuck Brewer, Neil, that's the realest comment today. Spend or sell. I mean,
You have to.
Look at the teams in the World Series last year. Look at the team that wins the World Series every year.
Yeah, I said
As Sean Belizean, don't give me the minuscule exception to the rule. What happens 9 times out of 10?
They spend. That's what happens. You're going to have a cute run. It's going to be a memorable story. All of those things. You're just not going to win the World Series. I don't know. Tampa, everybody wanted to copy the way that Tampa did. Who can forget all those incredible championship parades in the Bay? Like, come on, it doesn't work that way.
And I've said it before, the only way to win in the MLB now is to either have a top 3 payroll, like we saw Texas do. Texas said, fuck it, we're going in.
They woke up one day and spent.
And they won the World Series. Or have a transcendent superstar as an everyday player that you have to an extremely cheap deal, like the Braves did with Acuna, like the Nationals did,
like the Royals
with Soto,
do with Bobby Witt,
like
even
the
with the
Royals
extension.
Did with Bobby Witt. Like, that's what you need. The Tigers right now don't have that guy in their – they might have one in the system. When he looks at Max Clark maybe, or Chris Rodriguez maybe, that 16-year-old.
But he's never going to project to be a 20 home run a year guy, though. You know, a 25 home run a year guy.
I mean, you wouldn't need Max to be that, but you don't have that right now on this team. So Riley Green is great. He's an all-star. Spencer Torkelson showing great signs and leaning towards all-stardom himself. You don't have that transcendent everyday superstar, and they're hard to find, but you need a Tatis, or you need a Soto, or you need a Bobby Witt, unless you have a top 3 payroll in the MLB. And they're not going to have a top 3 payroll in the MLB, so they got to hit on one of these guys big time. Yeah. So, it's sobering.
Hoof-hearted. This depressing show brought to you by Prozac, Super Bowl Cartier, and the law offices of Cats, and Cats. But it is.
You got to do it. You know what?
I
this
hate
is
this.
A real conversation.
Sean,
this is a real conversation.
And it's only going to get worse.
Yep.
It's not going to get better. And again, this isn't me. I don't do this. Like, it's not me walking in saying, waking up, hey, I'm gonna get everybody now with the Tarek Skubal stuff. The streets are talking about this.
I think when you see this continuance of him being the best pitcher in baseball, okay, you understand that we're all right. We knew it was going to be tough to begin with. Now it's getting increasingly more difficult with each ace start he puts up. And he's stacking them, fellas.
Yeah.
He's stacking those ace starts right now.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNC ENT, real talk. Is there a team that could win the lottery tonight that would legit – I forgot the NBA draft lotteries tonight.
Nobody cares.
That would
Eagles,
legit piss
Eagles,
you
Cowboys.
off. Spurs, Philly getting bailed out, Flag rotting in Charlotte, Dallas. It would piss me off if San Antonio won it.
Yeah, that would be awful.
It would piss me off. I want
Charlotte or Washington.
I want Washington to win it.
I don't.
I do, because I want to see how good Cooper Flag is for real. You guys told me this guy's transcendent, a savior. Let me see you pick up a franchise and make him relevant. Look at Flannels over there. He's beside himself. Show me.
That is definitely.
Is he transcendent?
I think he is. I think he would make Washington probably at least a 7-game difference in what was their record last year?
Awful.
Well, why don't we just keep going with fake stuff? So when we get Giannis, all right, when Giannis comes, how big of it is the package? Where do we start?
We're 18 and 64.
Yeah.
Three number 1 draft picks, Tobias. What do we have to give up to get Giannis, or when we got Giannis?
When we get Giannis, yeah. Let's
the
react to
Giannis
it.
trade people thought was too much, but I think now that the Pistons are advancing to the second round of the 2027 playoffs, I think the Giannis trade is starting to sit well with people.
No, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. What about that trade package we got for Skubal? Lots of questions.
That's the future we don't want to talk about.
Mark Walston, it's already scripted. Flag in Washington. Terrell Lamar, don't sleep on Washington. No, I think it's very easy to sleep on Washington.
It's okay to sleep on Washington.
No, I want to see it. I want to see him.
Take a long nap.
I want to see him be a franchise savior.
They got some good pieces, but it's obviously they're still very bad.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there, get your thoughts out there. Sean, again, and I know it's depressing and everything like that, but anyway, Boston's in town tonight. I guess it's over, though, because we got to trade Skubal, so why bother?
What about the Devers stuff? How crazy is that? Neil, at least Javi Baez isn't Rafael Devers.
I won't go play first base.
Yeah, and it went away.
He said, "No, bro, I'm good."
It went away, and then it came back.
It came back.
It's amazing. And, oh, by the way, that's a team that we could very well lose Tarek Skubal back to.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Boston's definitely in the mix there.
Philly's
Don't
in the
kid
mix,
yourself.
too. Dombrowski giving him a
I don't wanna
contract.
think about it.
Alan W. Neil, I was told that J.B. Bickerstaff held the Cavs back, and Atkinson would take them to the next level. Was I lied to? Apparently you were.
You were lied to. That was embarrassing, man.
People fell for that Cleveland thing.
Yeah, it's the Hawks.
There's always one, man. There's legit always one. So, yeah. Spenny, you want to take the final break?
Yeah, we can do the final break.
All right.
Let me tell you guys about Mad Packs. You can get the Blizzard Pack THCA Moon Rocks, Boom Shakalaka, or the High-Low pre-rolls. Make sure you check them out in stores now. Find them at getmadpacks.com or follow them on Instagram at mad_packs. Mad Packs. They are the best. These are all you should be smoking all summer. It's Mad Packs. Make sure you go check them out. Mad Smoke, Mad High, Mad Packs.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, back here live at Edgewood Country Club, part of the Kid Again golf outing. Tremendous job that they do. They provide never-thought-possible adventures for families raising children with life-threatening conditions. They're cost-free outings held year-round so families can set aside their worries and enjoy carefree time together. So big shout-out to all the sponsors. Lady Jane's, of course, Wicked Awesome Wishes, and we're happy to be out here in some small way putting some publicity to the event. Jason Kenyon in the Super Chat, Spenny. There was the barn, then the farmhouse, and, of course, the Scramblins. Way before you and I. Didn't even drink back then. For me, it was like Cheers. Everyone knew my name. I was 14 at the earliest.
That's awesome.
Michigan State, #1.
Yeah, I went to a couple events there. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. I love doing all that stuff, going to the rodeo, going to baseball games, doing different stuff like that. Shooters in the socks, having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean.
Neil.
All right, week 6.
Right.
Lions right now
So are we doing home?
Lions are 3-3. There's a lot of questions.
Oh, boy. I don't even want to think about that. I might call in sick. I don't want to think about that. You know what a get-right game is, though? Going to Lambeau. Let's go to Lambeau that week. And you know what? I want the crappy weather again. I want to beat them in the crappy weather again. And something gross, too. Can I dial up some? How about 26-3 or some crap like that? Couple touchdowns, 4 field goals. Let's knock off the Packers 26-3.
So I know that. Sorry, this is super important. Breaking down Game 6 because Week 5 we really need a bounce
We needed
back.
that one.
Yeah. But the Mavericks have a 1.8% chance to get the #1 overall pick. They're gonna do it, aren't they?
In the NBA
No, it'd
world.
be too obvious.
That would be. They're gonna
Be
do it.
too
though.
obvious.
In
They
the
did it for the
NBA world?
Pelicans.
Too obvious.
Mavericks 1.8%, Spurs 6%, Suns 3.8%.
Can I ask a question about the NBA playoffs?
They're gonna pick and choose.
Because I was told that Cade's performance was unacceptable, right?
That is what you were told.
And then I watched Tyrese Halliburton out there put up, 4 points?
4 points.
I watched this guy that everybody glazed, and people at this network talked about, I would prefer him over Cade. And I watched him score 4 points in the biggest game in that franchise in 2 decades.
Was it Flannel? I'm looking at Flannel right now.
No.
Flannel wasn't one of them?
No,
All right.
Flannel is not one.
Okay.
He's putting
Yeah,
somewhere.
he was putting over their putt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, but it's just like it was the biggest game in the Pacers franchise in 2 decades. And I watched them score 4 points, and they got cooked.
Isn't that unbelievable? No, you know the
And if
routine.
they don't win this next game, that series is probably over.
Oh, I would think so. You know the routine. Anybody that called Cade's play unacceptable, you're going too far. But that's where we're at right now, right? It got to go to the extremes. He's the best ever. He's going to be in the GOAT conversation. He's terrible. It's unacceptable. It's safe to say, yeah, we all wanted more. We expected more. Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But we all expected more.
He never laid an egg.
I thought it was his coming out party. Okay? I told you, for me, missing the big shot, that was a dagger to me. We thought it was his coming out party. And I don't think it's his coming out party yet. And that's not necessarily a bad thing,
No.
right?
Danny G in the chat. All right, so the Lions 3-3 headed to Green Bay. It's a early must win. We haven't had a must win for this team in a couple of years.
Grind it out in the mud and the rain, 26-3.
Well, Jared Goff's going to wear a glove though.
Well, then we'll pound him because our trenches are so good. How's that? And make Jordan Love miserable, and then his hammy can pop again. So
Are you proud of
week
yourself?
7, when we come back home.
Are you happy? No, Sean, are you happy?
A little bit. I am. Well, you know what? Again, Neil, like, we know. Like, this is, honest to God, if you guys want to completely grab an envelope, lick that back, lick the stamp on there, you could do it all day on Thursday, legitimately. What, over 12 hours after it was released? You guys could legitimately do it all day.
Friday.
It's going to happen.
All right.
We're doing the schedule. When is the schedule releasing?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday at 8.
Friday, we're doing a schedule. We're doing many schedule nickel packages.
What an elite mustache.
That is a great mustache.
Did you see that?
Absolutely.
That mustache was elite.
Absolutely fantastic mustache.
I might go tell him that to his face.
Honestly, he'd probably be very happy.
Sir, please don't hit me, but I just wanted to commend your mustache.
That was, I agree.
Wow. Elite, Neil.
Yeah. Put mine to shame.
Little bit.
That's like mine's
What
like
are you
that's
looking
like
ahead to
that's
week
like
8
the
now?
third evolution. Mine's the first stage.
It is. All right, I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's enough. Sean, I know you're probably proud of yourself. You're probably happy. We drove this thing into the ground with the Scooble discussion, but it was worth chatting about, man. This is one of those things, like, it's so hard to be excited because of what the pending reality could be.
To be humble.
So it's tough. Super Bowl Cartier, 3-3 is possible. I wouldn't freak out over it. You would be the only ones who could. Sean, could you imagine if they were 3-3?
I told you I'd call in sick.
Come on.
I would. I'm not dealing with this today.
What if they were 3-3?
I don't even
We
want to.
should have got another edge rusher. They wouldn't be 3-3 right now. If we would have signed Schwamby Schmoops, they wouldn't be 3-3 right now.
And I could sit back and say, do you guys remember what the Philadelphia Eagles did last year? Until I was blue in the face, and it would have meant nothing.
What about Kansas City?
Nothing. Yeah.
Surely Kansas City won 15 games last year.
All right, we'll be back at it from the studio tomorrow. For Sean Belize and Spencer Raxter, Chase and the Chase Lounge. My name's Neil Rule. Big shout out to Edgewood Country Club. Good to be out here. Well, see you later.
A network